You could have a retirement plan right now that looks perfect on paper and still be completely wrong for your life. And the scary part is most people have no idea how to tell the difference. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to know if your retirement plan is actually good, or is it just a collection of assumptions that could fall apart the moment you need it most. Hi, I'm Dan Shevlin. I'm the president of 2020 Financial. I've spent years helping retirees stress test their plans. And what I've discovered is that the plans that fail usually share the same hidden problems. The good news is those problems are fixable once you know what to look for. And here's what we're going to cover. First, the three warning signs that your plan might be weaker than it looks. Second, what separates a mediocre plan from the one that actually works. And third, how to pressure test your own plan before real life does it for you. Let's start with the warning signs. The first one catches almost everyone. I call it the single scenario trap. Your advisor runs a projection. You'll earn 6%, inflation stays at 3%. You spend the same amount every year. Social Security starts at 67. The software spits out a green check mark, everyone shakes hands, and you go home, thinking you're all set. But here's what that green check mark actually means. If everything goes exactly according to plan for the next 30 years, you'll be fine. When has anything in your life gone exactly according to plan for 30 years? Markets crash, healthcare costs spike, a spouse passes away unexpectedly, your spending patterns shift dramatically, and suddenly that single scenario has nothing to do with your actual life. According to Census Bureau data, a significant percentage of older Americans, particularly women, will actually be widowed. If your plan doesn't account for what happens when one income disappears and one set of expenses remains, you don't have a plan. You have a hope. The second warning sign is what I call the spreadsheet first problem. This one is sneaky because it looks like good advice. Most planning software optimizes for numbers. It maximizes wealth, minimizes taxes, and it extends portfolio longevity. All good things, right? Here's what nobody tells you. Software optimizes for what's best for the math, not what's best for you. I had a client come in with a plan that technically succeeded. The projections looked great. But when I dug in, that plan required him to live like a miser for 15 years. No travel, no helping the grandkids, no enjoying the retirement that he had worked 40 years to reach. I've seen plans that delay Social Security until 70 when the client has a chronic health condition and a family history of early death. The spreadsheet said it was optimal. The human reality said it was absurd. A good plan starts with your life and works backward to the numbers. A bad plan starts with the numbers and hopes your life fits. Now you might be thinking, but Dan, isn't optimizing for the math exactly what I'm paying an advisor to do? Here's the distinction. Math should inform your decisions. It shouldn't make them for you. The best plans use calculations as guardrails, not gospel. They show you what's possible and then let you decide what's worth it. Now, if you're watching this and realizing your plan might be stuck in one of these traps, you're not alone. This is exactly the kind of thing that we help clients work through at 2020 Financial. If you want someone to take a fresh look at your situation, I've put a link in the description below to book a time with me. The third warning sign is the set it and forget it assumption. And I see this constantly. Someone gets a retirement plan created at age 60. It sits in a drawer. They never look at it again until something goes wrong. And by then, it's often too late to fix easily. But retirement planning is not like one-time event. It's a living process. Tax laws change, your health changes, your goals change, and the strategy that made sense 5 years ago might need to be revisited today. A good plan gets reviewed annually at a minimum. It adapts to when circumstances shift. It's proactive, not reactive. So, what actually separates a good plan from a mediocre one? Let me give you four specific things to look for. First, a good plan includes multiple scenarios, not just one. It shows you what happens if the market drops 30% in year one. It shows you what happens if your spouse dies early. It shows what happens if healthcare costs double. If your plan only has one line going up and to the right, it's not stress tested, it's a fantasy. Second, and this is something most people have never heard of, a good plan accounts for how spending actually works in retirement. Most plans assume you'll spend the same inflation adjusted amount every single year for 30 years. But that's not how real retirees actually spend money. Research suggests that retirees spend more in their 60s when they're active and traveling, less in their 70s as they slow down, then more again in their 80s and 90s when healthcare costs rise. This is called the retirement spending smile. If your plan ignores this pattern, it may be solving the wrong problem entirely. Third, a good plan coordinates all the moving pieces: Social Security timing, tax bracket management, Medicare premiums, required minimum distributions, Roth conversions. Here's what most people miss: these are not separate decisions, they're all connected. Your Social Security decisions affect your tax brackets affect your Medicare premiums, and your Medicare premiums affect how much you actually keep. If your plan treats these like check boxes instead of a system, you're almost certainly leaving money on the table. Fourth, and this might be the most important one, a good plan gives you permission to actually live. Research suggests that many retirees who follow conservative withdrawal strategies end retirement with substantial assets remaining. They're not spending too much, they're not spending too little. They're so afraid of running out of money that they never enjoy the money they saved. I sat across from people with millions of dollars who feel guilty buying a nice dinner. That's not a retirement plan working. That's a retirement plan failing in a different way. A good plan shows you what you can afford and gives you confidence to spend it. So, how do you pressure test your own plan? Here's a good starting point for the right conversation with your advisor. It's not a substitute for working with one, but a way to walk into that meeting better prepared. Step one, ask what happens if the market drops 40% in my first year of retirement. What happens if my spouse passes away at age 75? What happens if I need long term care at 82? If your advisor can't show you these scenarios in the next meeting, that's a red flag. Step two, check your assumptions. Look at the return assumptions, inflation assumptions, and spending assumptions in your plan. Are they realistic or optimistic? A plan built on 8% annual returns is going to look a lot different than one built on 5%. One might be a dream and the other might be reality. Step three, look for integration. Is your Social Security decisions connected to your tax strategy? Is your withdrawal sequence connected to your Medicare premiums? If these feel like separate conversations with your advisor, your plan might be missing the big picture. Step four, ask yourself how you feel. This sounds soft, but it matters more than most spreadsheets. Do you feel confident about your retirement, or are you anxious? Do you feel permission to spend or guilt every time you enjoy your money? A good plan creates independence, not just green check marks on a screen. At the end of the day, here's the bottom line. A retirement plan is not good just because it exists. It's good when it reflects your actual life, survives real world stress tests, coordinates all the moving pieces, and gives you the confidence to live the retirement you work for. Most plans fail not because of bad investments, but because of bad assumptions and missing conversations. Whether you're 5 years from retirement or 5 years into it, the question is worth asking. Is my plan actually good, or does it just look good? If you want help answering that question for your specific situation, book a time with me. The link is in the description below. Take care of yourself out there. I'll see you here in the next video.